wanders through the Lake District, bagging Wainwrights and outlying fells. With his trusty IPs, a cap, and rugged good looks. His name is Dave Ostor, the mountain man. He wanders through the Lake District, bagging Wainwrights and outlying fells. With his trusty IPs, a cap, and rugged good looks. His name is Dave Ostor, the mountain man.
Welcome back to another video, and today we're once again in Eskdale, just parked up at Wha House Farm, and we're with Mr. Dave Allen once more. Hello Dave. Now then, we're heading up the Slight Side and we're picking up about 9 or 10 Birkett and Synge fells, so if you're not interested in them fells, switch off now, save you some time. But anyway, heading up this track towards the first one of the day of Goat Crag, then it's Bull How, and a big bunch of others. And this will finish off Eskdale for me and Dave. We've done them all. So yeah, free parking at Wha House Farm, and it is a well marked track up the first fell, which is around 300 odd metres, so not too bad. So we're just working up the track here. Pretty difficult drive, even though we got here for half six in the morning. Sun's blinding in our eyes, and I just about diked my car coming up that narrow road there. Tried my sunglasses and everything, but yeah, just be warned, if you come in here early, the sun's likely going to be in your face. So just skirting this first hill here. I don't think it's a classified fell, but around the back of it will be Goat Crag. We have now identified Harter Fell from this side, and this must be sort of Green Crag over here. It's interesting from this side because it's normally a perfect pyramid every time you look from the west or the east, but looking at it from the north here, it's just a mess. Beautiful fell, but yeah, made it harder to identify. But anyway, this is a great track up from Wha House Farm there. Looks like we're the first ones on it today. It's getting bloody hot, so this jacket's not going to be staying on much longer. Plenty of sunscreen on today. Nearly missed the first fell. It's so addictive to carry on that path, but what I've plotted is up here to Goat Fell, so we're just working our way up through the bracken. There probably is a more conventional way of doing it, but this is us. We're just going to work up to the top of here. It is quite safe actually, the bracken's just a little high, making it a little more difficult. Likely is a path somewhere in here, but it's that high we can't see it. But anyway, we're trailblazing for other people. Jesus. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that should be Goat Crag up there. In hindsight, it might have been better just staying on the path anyway. But it looks like we've stumbled one just here, walking up the side, and we'll go up this ridge to the summit. Not lost.
I feel like David Bellamy.
I might have a bracken fetish, you know, I don't know. Wherever it is, I want to walk through it. That was a nice little warm up. But there's Goat Crag, actually. See, it's got a cairn on it there.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I think you could have just walked round this fell, but we've done the fun way, the explorer's way. Anyway, the path here now. That's it, that's looking over to our second fell of the day, Bull How, just here. We've got a bit of a descent and an ascent. I think there's a few of those today. I think the paths are largely going to be like this. As you can see, we're largely pathless here, but the contour lines are quite wide in this area as a whole, so you can almost find your own way to most of the little hills. Just even drop off the end of the cliffs. I'm dripping with sweat. Right, here we are. First fell of the day. Goat, crag, to Birkett.
Birkett.
Fist bump. Doesn't know yet. Here we are. Like I say, goat, crag. Beautiful views of the route to come. Quagrigg Moss. Ultimately Slight Side in the distance there. But yeah, first we've got Wha House, which is just here. And yeah, a bit of toing and throwing along this valley here on our way to Slight Side. So yeah, pleased with that. Heading down Goat Crag now, and I'm just making a beeline for Wha House just here. Oh!
You don't remember the last time we said we were making a beeline for a fell?
We always have fun. That's the main thing, Dave. That's the main thing. Just crossing the moorland over to Wha House. Should we create a new route up this rock face somewhere? Or? To be fair, I bet all these routes are new routes. Yeah. Whatever we do, to be honest with you, because I'm not seeing any easy way. I think that might be a potential way up. Well, hopefully there'll be a gradual way down the back there. But I'm thinking I can get up there. If it's not a route, we'll fashion one to the summit. Looks like a bit of fun. I did plot up this way actually. I clearly didn't read the contours of the map very well, but yeah, it does look like there's prints here, although could well be sheep. Dave tried to make it all harder than it needs to be. Get out of that rock face, lad.
No, that little.
I know what you're talking about. I just try to make it more dramatic. Make sure you've got a good hold of this grass when you come over here.
Yeah. Because grass has always been known to be a good handhold, hasn't it?
Grass is reliable. Oh, hey, that's a good seat. Look at that drop. Oh, oh. Good grief. Oh. Oh. Is that the top?
No, not quite.
Oh, here we are, approaching the second fell of the day and the Synge summit of Wha House. Sorry David to high five for this one, and he said they were very camp, but it's what we do. Look at this. This is the valley we walked up last time when we did the Great Moss video. A lot of great Birketts up there. Now it's a little bit more complex from here. A lot of fells here, and we need about 3 of them, so yeah, we'll just work it out from here. Got a toast on this one. Worth it. It's a good one. Not bad. Nice sweets you've got there. Randoms, so thank you very much. Right, so we're just leaving Wha House now. We're heading over to the next port of call, Wainwright, just over the bay here. It's a straight line somewhere up here to Wainwright. Right, I'm not seeing any path up there, Dave, so I think we'll have to go for this shoulder here and left a bit. That's it, we're just up on the ridge now, heading towards Wainwright. I believe Dawson Ground's just over here. Up here. The Birkett only summit, Wainwright. This one for this one, Dave. There we go. It's getting better. I think we're going up here next to Dawson Ground, or it might just be beyond that, but this is looking back towards Wha House. That's it, that's just down from Wainwright, and just up here is Dawson Ground Crags, which is a whole ridge I think. Don't think the summit's this one, but a little further back. There it is, nice fell from this side, Wainwright. Perfect little point. That's it, we're just on the start of Dawson Ground Crags now. Just this whole area here. I believe the summit, I can actually just see a little cairn on it, just up in the distance there. Now we can see Slight Side that came into view. Highest point of the day. That's it, so we've just picked up a bit of a sheep trod or path that's just skirting around this first of the crags and up to the main summit up here. Here we are, just approaching the summit of Dawson Ground Crags. Again, not much in terms of paths, but you can just make your own way. It's fair comfortable. Right, here we are on the summit of, what is it, the fourth fell of the day?
Fourth fell.
Dawson Ground Crag, which is a Birkett. It's also a Synge.
397 metres.
397.
Fantastic. Good.
There you go, Dawson Ground Crags. What a wonderful fell. It's the first we've had a cairn on today, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, great view up to Scafell now. It does look very accessible from this side, although it is quite a long walk in. There are quicker ways of doing it. You can see the crag of Slight Side. Look at Bowfell. A bit of if you're on top of that, you might be looking down on clouds just at the moment. And the crinkles over here and Hard Knot and Border End. Back around to Harterfell, which is now cleared. We're just going to have a break over here for 10 minutes and then we'll head on over to Cat Crag, is it?
Cat Crag.
That's it, we're just heading directly over Quagrigg Moss now to Cat Crag, looking over Quagrigg Moss. There's High Scarf in the distance there, and just this little knobble down here is Cat Crag. Nice and easy. Wow, that is vast. Right, yeah. That just dropped briefly off Dawson Ground onto the main, one of the main tracks up to Scafell and Slight Side. But yeah, here's Cat Crag, and I think we're just going to make a right hand turn for it, I think, although that does look pretty boggy. Let's find out. Bit of a moat around this little rock here. Lovely. Oh, a bit of an obstacle here. Great. Right, let's find the most fun way possible up this crag. Let's zigzag up through these rocks for a bit of entertainment. There's Dave. Oh, crossing the beck. Oh, oh, thank God, a bit of shade. That is needed. It's getting warm. You know when I said you won't be back to many of these Birketts or Synges? Well, this is Dave's round 2 for Cat Crag. Look at him, he's keen. Could have just waited at the bottom, Dave, if you wanted.
No, we'll bag it.
You'll bag it again.
We'll bag it for round 2.
Dawson's around there. Right, just up here a bit below it. Right, there's a few false summits along that little ridge of Cat Crags, but this final one here, the furthest north, is the high point. Knee cairn. Again, Tim, you've let me down on all these fells today. That's jobs for me in the future. But anyway, it is just a Synge, this one. So it's your responsibility, not Bill's. Well done, Dave. Boom. There we go. This is looking for the fells that we did in the Great Moss round. Old Brock Crag, Raven Crag, Silvery Beeld. High Scarf is directly north of us now. And up here is where we're going next. Leaving Cat Crag. And we have spotted a bit of a path at the base of Slight Side here. This isn't marked on the map, so I've just drawn one directly from here, so I think to save a bit of trouble we're going to head to that and try and find Campspout Crag off the end there. Hopefully it isn't too much of a big drop to get to it. Right, it's hard work walking off piste. Not so much early on, but when you do it all day it adds up. But thankfully we're back onto a good track here, which will take you up to Slight Side direct. There you go. We've been walking nearly 2.5 hours. We're only at 500 metres. Right. Brutal heat. So yeah, we're just about at Slight Side here. Yeah, we're just going to contour and have a look down and see if we can see Campspout Crag from there. Meet me. Right, that good path has kind of faded into a bit of a sheep trot now. It's harder to follow, but we're still just using the contours to get around Slight Side up to this horizon here. Right, so we're having a nice tour around the south face of Slight Side here. I'm not filming these routes to say that you should do them, it's an option, you know. We don't know if we're going to be able to get to where we want to go on here, but that's why I'm making them, to let you know whether it's worth it or not. That's just at the top of the off-piste section. This is looking down to High Scarth. There we are, looking down onto the Great Moss once more. Quagrigg Moss. And yeah, Camspout Crag. That must be that up there. I think there is a bit of a trod there, so I think we'll continue with that. We're just a bit fearful that it might do a huge drop, but there's no contours on the map that I checked last night to make it look extremely difficult, so we'll persist. We found a bit of a plane wreck here. Bet nobody's seen that piece before, or very few. You wouldn't come around here very often if you chose this line across the boulders. We are very off piste here at the moment, so strongly don't recommend it, but yeah, it's interesting because there is a full, well, partial wreckage on Slight Side itself. Yeah, I can't emphasise enough that you do not copy with this. We have got quite a lot of experience between us, and we do know how contours work and things like that. We're just seeing if we can find a shortcut to Camspout, which I'm increasingly in doubt of. I mean, the backup plan is just to go straight back down into Great Moss along and up by the Samson Stones, so we do have a backup plan if this fails, but we're kind of just having a bit of a play at the moment. It's not often you get to do this on a fell. I've just gone on ahead to see if I can spot a path towards it, otherwise we will be abandoning. It's okay till about here. Once again, strongly at your own risk do you do this. I would not recommend it to many folk. Still just exploring. Like I say, so we just came round the side of Slight Side here and my navigation was way off. Camspout Crag is all the way over there, so yeah, bit of an error. I'll own up to it. But anyway, we're just going to finish off to Slight Side. There we go. Just working our way up the east flank of Slight Side. We're unsure if this route's ever been done, so we may be pioneers here. So there's a good look at him, for get a good picture of that for the papers. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Right, final pull up this gully. Brutally steep.
Brutally steep.
Brutally steep. That's the steepest pass I've ever done. I think it's steeper than Penn.
Brutally steep gully on Slice.
Yeah, brutally steep. We could probably name this actually. We're probably the first. Austell Allen Gully. Jesus. Nearly there.
Nearly there.
I'm trying to encourage you to. You're taking over. Go on. Show us how it's done.
If you were on your own, it wouldn't be too bad because you're not concerned about flinging rocks down.
Yeah, it's a great new route we've found. If it was known, I mean, it looks like it would have been climbed before, but the fact that we found that plane wreckage suggests to me otherwise, that nobody comes this way, or very few. But we are going to skip Camspout Crag, so I'm going to have to leave that Synge off the radar. I need Peonit not in that area as well anyway, so I'll have to come back and do a loop with them two on at some point, but in the distant future. But yeah, this has just sapped all our energy. I think we're nearly at the top now. We're about 700 metres, so good news.
What views are?
Oh, right, there we go. Out of our grave onto, I don't know where we are. Somewhere on Slight Side. It's got to be up there somewhere, I think. Whoa. Let's have a look right down there. Well, somebody's built a cairn here, so possibly is a way, but I certainly wouldn't go down that. That is harder than Lord's Rake. So if you want a new challenge, don't come here.
That's one of them that you're walking past and you look down and you're going, I wonder if that's a route down.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then you go, nah.
Nah. But it's a route up. With, well done, Dave. I think
Well done.
we'll have a shake at the top of this one. That's better than the mountain. Pioneers. I might destroy this because it makes it look like someone else is here. We built that. Come back over to a Scafell and Long Green, I believe. We'd go that way if we wanted camps about, but we're too shattered. Here's Slight Side. We're back on the main sort of tourist track now. Briefly, because we're going to have to cross Quagrigg Moss again for Great How. Let's enjoy this one and have some lunch. Oh, here we are. Just approaching the summit of the 6th fell of the day, is it? Oh, that's been a slog. This rock's all fairly grippy. I think it's the same stuff as the cooling are made up of. Gabbro, is it? I'm not sure. Just guessing. Dave Allen said so, if it's wrong it's his fault. There we go. Slight Side. First Wainwright of the day. Where is he? I've just built it. There we go. Well done.
Well done,
Slight
pal.
Side.
Slight
Boom.
Side. What a view.
Really surprised there's nobody else up here. It's Saturday, well, nearly midday Saturday. What time it is anyway? 11 o'clock, so it's taken us an hour from the start of that gully really. So it has taken a lot of energy, but we're here now. This is where we're going next. We can see Burnmore Tarn and the little lodge. Great How is just over here, and Wind Scales and Peel Place Noddle, where we're due to have a party. Sorry if this tea blows in your face, Dave. Oh, there we go, Slight Side.
You almost took away more than you drink.
Well, anyway, my flask's knackered.
Alright.
So we're just down from Slight Side summit, just behind us there. This is as good a place as any for lunch. All the views up here are spectacular. Can't go wrong. So we're just down from Slight Side summit, just up there, on a good path, but we're just going to be cutting across the moor here, or the moss here, over to Great How. That's it, so we're just in the centre of Quagrigg Moss now. It's looking back up at Slight Side where we've just descended. Looks like we've just beat the crowds. Scafell's just gone into a bit of flag now, but we're nearly at the next fell, the Birkett of Great How. There's a path, and now there isn't a path. So you are going to get wet feet here. I don't know if Dave has, he's gone a long way around. But anyway, I didn't think there's much of a path up here that I can see, so we're just going to have to get after it, I think. That's the fun thing about walks like this and new routes. You're not following anybody's conventional way, just making your own way. You may be the first people to ever do a certain way up. We both enjoyed that route up Slight Side, as dangerous as it was. I've done harder things. Jack Rake was harder, but the fact that I've not seen that route anywhere else before just feels like a sense of achievement. And honestly, I don't recommend you do it or go looking for things like that, but the opportunity presented itself, and we used our experience to get up, and it turned out great. Could have easily ended badly, we know that, but yeah, we know our capabilities, I think. There we go. 7th fell of the day. Great Howe, boom, take it. So we are on Great Howe. I thought you'd be able to see Burn More Town from here, but you just have to go up to one of the ends there, but we do have a decent cairn, and this is looking at the route ahead now. We're going to be going over to Windscales. Can't quite identify that from here, but it's down there somewhere. And Peel Place Noddle. That's Stony Tarn in the distance there, and we are going to be going by that ever so shortly. Back up to Slight Side, just up there. The Scafell. Not much to Scafell from this side, isn't it? It's quite a dull fell. Not even a single crag whatsoever. All the action's on the other side there. So yeah, this is probably the easiest way to get to it if you don't fancy scrambling. Just heading down Great Howe, and we're heading further south to Windscales and Peel Place Noddle. Now looking from Great Howe there, they're not far away on the watch, but I can't identify a single one of them, so we're just going to have to identify them when we get to them. Windscales, where are you? Good lord, how can it be so hard to find? Oh, must be just at the top of that, I would say. Yeah. On the umpteenth fell of the day, the Windscales, and no, you wouldn't accidentally come here. It's whatever. We've got it. One more fell left now, and that's Peel Place Noddle, which is down there somewhere, but hard to identify. It's not bad, got a view of Eel Tarn down there. But, not to write home about. Yeah, I think I'd wager my mortgage that nobody else has been on this fell in the last month or so. You wouldn't come here by accident. That's looking back at Great Howe, just here with Scafell and Slight Side there. I wouldn't even say it was the high point of the area, because there's something up there as well, but it is a cracking view, I'll give it that. And someone's made the effort for a cairn, so well done to them. Big vast open expanse here. Alright, it doesn't look too bad from this side, all Windscales. Like I say, we've just ascended on it from the wrong side. Looks viewed from this way, this angle. That's it, we're just continuing further south, and I think we've now identified this as our final Synge of the day of Peel Place Noddle. Here we are, on the final fell of the day. A little bit anticlimactic, I was expecting a lot from this one. Peel Place Noddle, the Synge. We do a high five, well done Dave. That's some effort. Aye, a little anticlimactic, but everything from that scramble up Slight Side has been. It's used all my adrenaline. I've got nought left other than to waddle down here back to the car. Cheers. Looking back at all the fells we've done today, that has been a blast. Real good walk. Cheers to Quagrigg Moss. That's just more or less down from Peel Place Noddle now. We're just trying to find the path. There are a few sporadic ones back down to the car, so I thought I'd better wrap up the adventure from here. 9 fells today I think it was, and a Wainwright Slight Side with a wonderful new route that I will be researching when I get home. Thanks for coming Dave, appreciate it. Boom. I won't put a link to his channel because now he's got a microphone, it'll be better than mine, so you'll have to find him yourself. Anyway, thanks for watching, take care of yourselves. I'll see you back out in the fells very soon. Peace.